Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make delicious fried hash browns. What you'll need for this recipe are some onions. One is fine, although you can use a half an onion if you have that, and some potatoes. For this recipe I use two, although you can use more if you feel like it. Additional note, my potatoes were boiled, so you will need to boil your potatoes. You can't just use any potato you would take from the fridge. Like, you have to boil it beforehand. So I'm using boiled potatoes. You will need to boil your potatoes, and after you boil your potatoes, you can put them in the fridge and freeze them for a little bit, or you can take them out of the fridge and you can let them defrost a little, and then you can use them in a hash browns recipe. So first of all, you want to peel your potatoes. Some people don't choose to peel their potatoes and would rather eat them with the skin on, or fry them with the skin on. That is entirely up to you. I prefer with the skin on, but for this recipe I shall be doing with the skin off, in order to show you how to fry them and how brown it should come out. Those who know how to do it or how to fry with the skin on, this should be easy for you too. So you want to peel your potatoes. After peeling them, you want to chop them up. Try to chop them up into some decent sized cubes. You don't want to chop it up too small, because then it might not fry properly, but you don't want to chop it up too big, because then it also might not fry properly and you might end up soaking up a lot of oil. You will also want to chop up your onions. You will want to chop them up into either slices or cubes, like squares. Either one is fine, either shape is fine. Do what suits you. Now, after chopping up the potatoes and the onions, you will want to go to your stove and put some oil in your pot. Put a decent amount of oil for the amount of potatoes you're using. As you can see here, I put a good amount of oil, not enough to coat the pot, not too much, but just enough to sort of add a layer to the pot. So when I put in the potatoes, it won't just the potatoes won't just soak up the oil. Make sure your pot is nice and hot, and then begin to cook it. Throw in the potatoes first and let them fry for a little while, just until they get brown on as many sides as you want. You shouldn't stir it immediately after putting it in. You want to let them stick to the pot a little. They need to brown this way, and the only way you're going to get it to brown is if you let them stay on where they are for a little bit. After this, you will want to throw in the onions when a decent amount of the potatoes are brown. Not all of them. You can do you can wait halfway when cooking the potatoes before you throw in the onions. When you throw in the onions, please be aware that if the onions are wet, they will cause the oil to splash up a little, and if you're not okay with accidentally getting burnt, you may want to stay away, or you may want to be wearing some oven mitts during this. Your choice. With the onions in, you want to stir it a little and just make sure that the onions also touch the oil, that they also get cooked a little, because you don't want to be eating raw onions. The onions are there to add some flavor to the potatoes. Let them cook for a little while longer, and after the onions caramelize a bit and brown a little, you can take them off the stove and move them to a separate plate or a container of your choice. With that, you have successfully cooked hash browns. Now, you can have hash browns with a variety of different toppings or condiments. I choose to have ketchup with mine because it tastes the best, and because ketchup typically tends to go with hash browns. You can also add other stuff to it, such as olives, peppers, other sorts of seasonings. You don't have to stick with ketchup. Hopefully this shows you how to cook some nice, delicious hash browns, and hopefully this meal will keep you whenever you make it. It's a good breakfast dish, it's a good lunch dish if you decide to have it for lunch. You can even make it for dinner. add as many potatoes as you want, and it will feed as many people as you need it to. If you enjoyed this video anyway, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Thank you.